future of the sport. You are witnessing history here today.
Lightning, when it flashes, tells a story of it all.
Champions will be crowned.
Thinking we'll smoke out the liars. We don't give up when we're tired.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the inaugural Supercross Futures AMA National Championship.
I'm excited to watch these finals. You know, it's a lot of fun, a lot on the line, the inaugural event.
Yes.
So very fun and so cool to have it live streamed here. So family members or friends that want to watch their loved ones and buddies, they're able to do so.
Well, here we go. Our 85cc 9 to 12 off and underway. Into the first turn they go. We'll see who grabs the whole shot in this one. Casey Cochran with a good start, but it's going to be the one and only 38 of Hayden Deegan with the whole shot here.
No surprise. Hayden Deegan is so good off the starts. I mean, he's a great rider all around. However, I mean, starts is one of his strong suits, but look at here.
Casey Cochran, the Suzuki-backed rider there riding for X-Star Suzuki, takes over the number one spot. Into the sand they go, and Deegan trying to double over there.
Oh, we got a special race on our hands. I think everybody has wanted to watch Cochran and Deegan square off to see just who is best in Supercross. So very competitive race coming up here. What we're watching, man, this is going to be exciting. A lot of lines like you were talking about earlier, inside, outside. But the biggest thing that we always talk about, even at the pro level, is who are going to make the least amount of mistakes. That is who is going to come out on top of this race here.
Well, yeah, and unlike the pro races, these aren't 20-lap races. These are short sprint-style races. You got 5-6 laps here for these riders, so they got to make it happen quick.
Yeah, that's the thing about Supercross as opposed to motocross. It is sprint laps, and you got to get out there and get after it if you want to win these races. So these guys, I'm sure they have been working on that in anticipation for this race. You know, working on the sprint laps, going 2 or 3 hard laps at a time. That's the best way to find speed.
As Casey Cochran going to be out front leading the way here. Deegan in second. Bomer in the number 3 spot. Nathan Abbott in 4th. Papani in the number 5 spot. Look at Deegan make up a ton of time through the sand. Up and over the tunnel they go there.
He did. Deegan came through that sand section with a lot of speed. Momentum came up the inside.
And it looks like Cochran trying to protect that inside line. Deegan's going to cut to the inside. Oh, Deegan. Oh, Cochran comes up short.
Oh, look at Deegan working that inside. Pretty impressive.
Cochran right now, he's on the defense mode. He knows Deegan's there. Deegan's got the inside. Is he going to set him up the corner? He is. Cochran's going to cut under, though.
Oh, Cochran went to go up the inside, but it was just a little too wet right there. Got a little bit of wheel spin. Wasn't able to double out of that corner. He tried to make a good counterattack move, but with the conditions at the way they are, it just didn't allow him to double coming out of that corner. And you can see the gap that Deegan has put on Cochran now. So Cochran's got some work ahead of him. What Cochran needs to do is try to latch on to Deegan and get a toe and see maybe where Deegan is a little bit faster than him and adapt to those lines and speed and fight hard to try to get that position back.
Yeah, now they're already working their way into lap traffic. That's going to play a part in this one as well. We saw Deegan in one of the first motos today. We saw him leading and tuck the front wheel, washed it out. So we've seen some crazy things already happening today. So right now, Deegan's, I think, primary goal, keep that bike on 2 wheels at this point. He already is starting to stretch out a little bit of a lead on Cochran. He's going to be 1.7 seconds up on him. That time around, though, look at that. Lap times, Deegan with a 103.6, Cochran with a 103.6 as well. So these two, near identical pace between these two riders, and as you mentioned, it's all going to come down to mistakes.
Well, it sure is, and and I tell you what, though, Cochran is keeping Hayden Deegan honest since that last lap where Hayden passed Cochran. He pulled out that little bit when Cochran wasn't able to double, and Cochran's keeping about the same distance, so not allowing Hayden to pull away too much.
As they come back into Monster Alley here, jumping back into the stadium. Whoa.
Yeah, you got that front end low just a little bit. When you go in this sand section, it is so important for these guys to keep that front end light, keep the weight on the back of the bike. You do not want to bury that front end into the sand. We saw Aaron Pleschinder do that in the first main event here on Saturday, and it bit him. So anytime you're in the sand, you definitely want to keep more weight to the back, keep the gas on, and keep that front end light.
And as you mentioned, Cochran fell back a bit when Deegan was able to make that double section. Cochran wasn't able to make the double section. So all it would take here right now is if Deegan misses one of these doubles, Cochran is right back there with him again, and we've got another battle for a lead on our hands.
It's so impressive watching these young guys coming up, the amount of talent they have, the speed that they have, and the things that they do on the bike. It's just unbelievable the amount of talent that they have at such a young age. I mean, I know the bikes are a lot better than what they used to be, but man, it's crazy, and there's so many guys that are fast as well. Looks like Cochran has lost some time here. I think he missed that middle rhythm section there. He wasn't able to do one of the combinations, and like you were speaking of, I mean, one little miscue in Supercross can really hurt the time.
Well, white flag is out here. 1 lap left to go. Hayden Deegan out front looking for a Moto number 1 win here in our 85 9-12 class. We're looking right now at Casey Cochran, the 66, followed up by the 29 of Julian Bomer. As they work their way through that rhythm section once again, Casey Cochran making it through that section smooth that time.
Looking at lap times here, Hayden Deegan is certainly finding his groove. His lap time was a 103. Cochran and Bomer were, actually Bomer ran a 103. So he's dipped down in the 103s. You got 1 lap here. Casey's gonna have to execute this last, I'd say, quarter of the track.
As they come back down Monster Alley, back into the sand section right now, Casey Cochran in that number 2 spot. He's going to be 4.2 seconds back. And I think right here, Hayden Deegan is going to be getting that checkered flag for Moto number 1 win. A well-deserved win for him here. And he's got it. Hayden Deegan, your Moto number 1 winner for 85 9-12. Casey Cochran comes around for that number 2 spot.
All right, coming back, Mike. Race number 8, our 85cc 9-12 main event on the line. We got Jeremy Fapani, Bradley Sharma, Zane Randall, Enzo Temmerman, Jace Heinrichs, Julian Beamer, Hayden Deegan. We're looking forward to this one. Jace Williams, Tommy Callow, Casey Cochran going to be in here as well. Carson Milliken, Jace Allred, Cole Kish, Travis Pine, Nathan Abbott, Dylan Bleka, who's had a great day so far, Jeremy Carpenter, and Ryan Boutier. Here we go, Mike.
Into the first turn they go. Casey Cochran is just a rocket ship out of the gates here today. Casey Cochran taking yet another hole shot. He's got Hayden Deegan right there behind him. Cochran, of course, on the X-Star Suzuki machine. Hayden Deegan on that Orange Brigade KTM 1 and 2. This is going to be a fantastic battle between these two riders. Casey Cochran in Moto number 1 finished the number 2 spot. Hayden Deegan took the win in Moto number 1. As they come back into the sand, wow, Deegan really bouncing off that first roller section. As they come back around here, Casey Cochran out front leading this one, the number 66 Suzuki rider. Of course, he's already been crowned a national champion in 1 class. He would love to do it again here in the 2nd class. Can he do it?
Well, he's got some competition behind him in Hayden Deegan, Dylan Bleka, Fapani, and Julian Beamer. Man, he's got some fast boys behind him. So we'll see. He had a good rhythm there. And there is Hayden Deegan and Blecha in the 3rd spot. But Cochran, man, gotten that track dialed. And like I said earlier, crowned champion. We'll see if he can pull off another one here. 85cc 9 to 12-year-olds as they exit the stadium. Don't count out Hayden Deegan. He wants to pull one of these off. He's got to post something on Instagram anyways, you know.
There you go. There you go. As he's working his way back to the stadium right now, Casey Cochran the first time around with 1.8 seconds ahead of Hayden Deegan. Deegan now trying to close that gap up on him. Deegan doubling over that first sand roller into the sand section. Seems to be a little bit faster than Cochran as they work their way into the sand, but Cochran makes up a little bit more time, I think, on the far side of the track. Up and over the tunnel they go. Two different lines there coming to the finish line.
Yeah, Hayden taking that inside line as looks like a lot of guys are taking that outside middle line, but here comes Hayden Deegan, the 38 on that KTM out of Murrieta, California.
Back to the rhythm section once again there. Deegan coming up a little bit short there. Casey Cochran, a nice smooth line there. Through the rhythm section, back across the start. Yellow flags waving here. Cochran takes the wide line. He's going to double in. Back into the Dragon's back. Casey Cochran last time by the line. Look at that. 103.2 for both of those riders, Cochran and Deegan. Nearly identical lap times there as they come back around. Hundreds of a second separating these two. It's all going to come down to who makes less mistakes and who keeps that bike on two wheels for sure. As they come down through the sand section once again, Casey Cochran climbing up the hill into the CBD-MD corner.
Hayden Deegan close second. Nothing yet, no challenge yet, but he's going to close in somewhere. Watch this rhythm section coming up here as they go over the finish. Take the tight right-hander, a little double through the tunnel. We'll keep an eye on this rhythm as long as Casey gets through there. Yep, jumps out. So does Hayden. Double, double, double all the way through. Cochran looking good right now.
The wildest part about this, if you think about it, we're watching these two young riders race each other here in Supercross Futures, and they're going to be racing each other. If they make it to that professional level, which they're well on their way, if they make it to that level, they're just going to continue racing each other for year after year after year. So this is going to be about, I think we're going to see years to come.
And now we have footage of it as well. So
absolutely.
In the future, they'll be showing this footage right here of Cochran and Deegan. Look, back in 2019, these guys were going at it, and now in 2035.
Yep, there you go.
They are battling it out for the Monster Energy Cup class. But we are at Supercross Futures today. Here comes Hayden Deegan. He's grabbing a handful. He wants to get it. There's still time left, so he doesn't need to get crazy yet. But he is closing in, trying to make a move. He likes that inside line right there.
So this is one of those situations. Hayden Deegan took the win in moto number one. Casey Cochran finished second. But Deegan not able to make the double. Casey Cochran right now has put himself in a position to win the overall with a 2-1. The tiebreaker being the second moto finish. So they would both end up with 3 points, a 2-1 and a 1-2. But Cochran right now.
He was not aware of that. Yeah, they got the tough blocks out for rider safety. Here comes Deegan, almost landed on a lapper.
Deegan. A gutsy move right there, trying to double on the outside. Deegan comes up short again.
So Cochran wasn't aware of that down rider, and the safety crews putting the two blocks out to keep that rider safe, and lost a little time, and then gets back in because Hayden Deegan almost landed on a lapper there as they enter the sand section once again. This is where Hayden really shines in this section here. Look at him go through there.
Back up top they go. 5 seconds left on the clock, so this will not be their white flag. They're going to go one more. Next time around, they'll be getting the white flag. But now here's where it gets interesting. They're running into some lap traffic, and a lot of it. If one of these riders is unable to make it through this rhythm section or do double all the way through, that could really bottle things up. However, Casey Cochran, he makes it through nice and clean. Looks like Deegan right there with him as well.
They got that injured rider up and out of the way. Cochran and Deegan. This is going to be good, Mike. I'm thinking sand section as they head back out one more time over the Dragon back. As long as they get through here, we're going to have a drag race outside of the stadium. Casey Cochran looking over his shoulder. Look what you have on your left now. You got Hayden Deegan.
Cochran looks to the right. Deegan swerves to the left.
Cochran grabs a handful, lays it down, hits the rut, and pins it to the sand. Here we go.
Whoa! Casey Cochran getting a little bit wild there. Look at Deegan running up the inside. Not going to be quite close enough. Casey Cochran, though, he knows he's there. That whole maneuver that we just saw there onto the Monster Alley reminded me of like Steve Wise and Danny Magoo Chandler in the old Elsinore Grand Prix days.
There you go. All right, final lap. White flag is out. 85cc, 9 to 12-year-olds. Deegan made a little mistake on that one, but should recover here. Cochran the 66 Suzuki ride out of Claremont, Florida. X-Star Suzuki Fox, 100% FMF Nihilio.
Up around the outside here, Casey Cochran through the rhythm section, up and over the Dragon's back. Here comes Deegan. Look at Deegan, the drive. He gets off the Dragon's back.
Section.
He cuts to the inside, but Cochran shuts the door on him.
All right, Mike, one last chance for Hayden Deegan.
This is going to be it. This is going to be wild as they come back into the stadium.
He needs to do it. He has to do it right here.
Winner of this moto between these two is going to win the overall championship. Oh, Cochran gets sideways.
Hayden is pinned.
Wow. Casey Cochran holds on to it, though, as they head up to the top.
Inside.
Woo!
Went for a rear tire there.
Oh, Deegan gets sideways.
Loses his leggings and his footing. Here we go. Cochran to the finish. Pulls it off. Yeah.
What a race right there. Casey Cochran will go 2-1 for the overall national championship, his second on the day. Winning our 9-12 85cc class, Hayden Deegan will finish up in the number 2 spot overall.
Let's welcome back to the podium Casey Cochran, the winner of your 85cc division, ages 9 to 12. Here is Mike Pelletier to give you your second award for the day.
Casey, congratulations again, man. Awesome job.
Casey, you're back on the podium. Welcome back. Taking your second national championship for the day. How does that feel?
Oh, this is crazy. I couldn't have rode it better than this. This is like a dream here for the first ever Supercross National Championship. I'm so happy.
Supercross Futures, it's all about the future, and I'm sure a lot of you watched some of your heroes at the Monster Energy Cup on Saturday. What's it like being out on the same track as your heroes?
It's so insane. The track is basically the same. They leave it so good, so technical. I just love it so much.
Congratulations to Casey Cochran, the winner of your 85cc division.
All right, Mike, too cool. These podium interviews are great. Seeing the energy and the emotion of the winners in the national championship, too cool to see up there.
I feel like after that performance in that last one, that title right there meant a little bit more to Casey Cochran than the first one. He seemed a little more excited about that one, and he was pumped up.